Hello, my name is Tanya Ortiz and welcome to the Identifying Learning Styles training session. Today we will be talking about learning styles. We will be identifying what a learning style is, why is it important, as well as identifying the 3 different types of learning styles. The purpose of this training session is to help us understand how our viewers get their news, be it local, global, as well as their entertainment. We want to establish a wide range of forms to provide the same news for everyone. For example, sticking to just television will limit our amount of viewers, and that is not what we want. We want to be able to provide our viewers with options or preferences. But before we are able to do so, we want to know how to provide it for them. And before we can actually provide it for them, we must learn the different types of learning styles. Knowing the different types of learning styles is essential in the media world. And the reason that is so that you are able to provide your viewers the proper method in receiving their news. It is your goal to get their attention to keep them interested in us. So first, we want to know what a learning style is. Now, according to Beebe, Motet, and Roach, it is the way in which an individual perceives, organizes, processes, and remembers information. We all have different ways or preferences in which we intake information. For example, some people prefer receiving their news through listening through the radio, while others prefer sitting back in front of a television screen. Others may even take matters into their own hands and do some researching on the news that they may have heard that day. So now that we are familiar with what a learning style is, we'll follow along with the 3 different types of learning styles. We'll begin with a visual learner. Our visual learners are those learners that learn by reading or viewing. These types of learners prefer visuals, for instance, television news. They remember their news by physically watching it from their screen. They learn or understand better by visualizing the situation. Second, we have our aural learners or auditory learners, and they learn by hearing or speaking. These learners prefer to obtain their news by listening. You'll find some auditory learners listening to radio rather than watching the television. And finally, we have our kinesthetic learners. Those types of learners are more hands-on. I like to think of them as curious learners. They like to learn and discover things on their own. And they will usually do their searching on staying informed with the news by surfing the web on a particular issue, for instance. So now that we have completed the training session, you should be able to identify the significance of a learning style as well as have gained an understanding on the 3 different types of learning styles. We should now be able to better assist our viewers in ways of obtaining their news, while also identifying their learning style preferences. I have provided a questionnaire that will test your knowledge on the material that we covered. Thank you all for your time.